Okay. I'm Sarah Blakely. I'm going to be doing a 24-hour recall on Samantha Jordan. Yeah. Okay. So for this recall, what we're going to do is we're going to go through 5 steps. The first step is just a quick list of whatever you ate yesterday. So whenever you're ready, just go ahead and list them off.
Okay. For breakfast, I made pancakes, which was 2 eggs, a banana, oatmeal, and applesauce. And then for lunch, I had pita chips, and ground chicken. And then noodles and spaghetti sauce. Then I had an apple, a granola bar, and then I had tortilla chips and tuna. And some chocolate chips. And that was it.
Okay. So you had pancakes, pita chips, ground chicken, noodles, spaghetti sauce, apple, granola bar, tortilla chips, tuna, and chocolate chips.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the next step is we're going to go through a few forgotten foods that people kind of eat throughout the day and don't remember. So I'm just going to read those off to you and let me know if any of those spark your memory. So, did you have any crackers?
No.
Okay. Any bread?
No.
Rolls?
No.
And any tortillas?
No.
Okay. What about any hot or cold cereal?
No.
Did you add cheese as a topping on any of these items?
No.
Okay. Did you have any chips?
Besides for the tortilla chips, no.
Any candy besides the chocolate chips?
No.
Okay. What about any nuts or seeds?
No.
Okay. Was there any other fruit that you may have had as a meal or a snack that you forgot to mention already?
Did I say a banana?
A banana in the pancakes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then no.
Okay. What about any coffee?
Oh, I did have coffee.
Okay.
And creamer.
What about any tea?
Yeah, I had black tea. But I didn't have any sweetener in that.
Okay. Any sodas or soft drinks?
Mm-mm.
And what about any juice?
No.
Okay. Did you have any beer, wine, cocktails, brandies, or any other drinks with liquor?
No.
Okay. All right. And then the next step we're going to do kind of match what you ate with what time and what meal you would consider as breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack, and maybe remember some stuff that way. So for your pancakes, what time did you have those at?
8 o'clock.
In the morning?
Mm-hmm.
And what would you consider that?
Breakfast.
Okay. What about your pita chips?
It was like 11. It was my snack, actually.
Okay. And ground chicken?
1:30.
And what would that be?
Lunch.
All right, and what about the noodles?
And spaghetti sauce. That was at 1:30 also with lunch.
About what time did you have your apple?
It was at like 6
p.m.?
Yeah. And that was a snack.
Okay, what about your granola bar?
That was also at 6 in the snack.
Okay, and then tortilla chips?
When did we get back? It was like 8:30.
What would you consider that one to be?
That was my dinner with the tuna.
Okay.
And then I had the chocolate chips at like 9.
Okay.
Before bed. It was like dessert or snack.
Okay. What about the coffee and creamer?
Oh yeah, that was with breakfast at 8 a.m.
And your tea?
That was at 1:30.
And that would be considered?
That was with lunch, but
Okay.
yeah.
So from 1:30 to 6 p.m. you didn't eat anything else?
No, I was sleeping. I was sick yesterday.
Okay. And same thing from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.?
Yeah, I was babysitting and I didn't really get a chance to eat anything.
Okay. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit more detailed with them. So for your pancakes, you had 2 eggs?
Yes, they were large, regular eggs. And I used the whole egg.
So using this ruler, go ahead and show me how big you think the banana was.
Probably like 7 inches.
Okay. Okay, you said you put some oatmeal in that?
Yeah.
Let's see. This here is a half cup. That's a full cup. Did it look like either of these two?
Probably like a half cup.
A half cup?
Yeah.
But not as small as this one?
Yeah, no. Probably like half.
Okay. And do you know what kind of oatmeal it was? What brand it was?
I think it was a Safeway Select brand. And it was just regular oatmeal.
Okay. And then what about the applesauce that you had? Was it a sweetened or unsweetened applesauce?
It was sweetened, and it was also the Safeway Select brand.
Okay. And do you know how much you had of that?
No idea.
Okay, we'll go back to the cups. So it look like any of these?
Probably like the 4th.
So, think about that much?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. We're going to move on to the pita chips. Do you know about how much chips you had?
Like 2 handfuls.
2 handfuls. Do you think it would maybe cover this whole plate or maybe the inside of the plate?
Yeah, probably the inside ring.
Insides of these. And do you know what brand those are?
They were a Trader Joe brand. Trader Joe's brand.
And were those salted? Did they have any flavoring on them?
They were salted and had sesame seeds, and they were like whole grain or wheat. I don't remember.
And how did you cook your ground chicken?
It was in the frying pan.
Okay. Did you put any like oils or anything of that sort to cook it?
No.
Any seasoning on it?
Yes. There was it was an Italian blend seasoning.
Okay. Anything else that was on top of the chicken?
It was in the spaghetti sauce and noodles.
Okay. What kind of noodles was it?
They were like veggie noodles from Borelli or something like that.
Okay. Do you know how much noodles you had?
Like handful. Like dry, they were like that much.
Okay. How long were they?
Regular size. I don't know how long is regular size. Like,
Were they were spaghetti noodles?
yeah.
Going back to the ground chicken, do you remember how much you had of that?
It was leftover from the night before, and it was in a Tupperware that filled the entire bottom of the Tupperware. And the Tupperware was like a 6-inch square.
Okay.
Maybe like 5-inch square.
Okay. Do you think if we were to measure it, it would be something like this?
No more than that.
Here?
Maybe a little less than a cup, but more than half a cup.
So maybe 3/4 cup?
Yeah, probably.
Like the two of these together?
Yeah. Something like that.
Okay. Now your spaghetti sauce. How much of that do you think that you used?
Probably like 1/4 cup because I don't like a lot of spaghetti sauce.
Okay. And what kind of spaghetti sauce was it?
It was like garlic and tomato.
Do you know what brand that was?
I think it was the Safeway Kitchen brand.
Your apple that you had for your snack. Do you know what kind of apple it is?
It was a Fuji apple.
And using the ruler, about how big do you think that was?
Like 4 inches.
Height-wise?
Yeah. It was pretty big.
And did you put anything on that, like maybe peanut butter or anything like that on
No,
it?
I ate that and the granola bar together.
Okay. What kind of granola bar was it?
It was a kid's Cliff Bar. They're called Z bars. And it was chocolate chip.
How big would you say that bar is?
They're probably like 5.5 inches.
Okay.
And they're not that wide. They're probably like the width of the ruler.
Okay. Your tortilla chips, how much of those do you think that you had?
Oh, God. I just kept eating that. Probably like I could fill up like 2 cups.
2 of these?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Do you think like about the same as you had with your pita chips?
No, definitely more. Probably like the size of this entire plate.
The whole plate?
Yeah.
Okay. Just 1 layer, or are you thinking like 2 layers?
Probably like 2 layers.
Okay.
I had a lot.
And what kind of tortilla chips were these?
Got them from Costco. They had, like, chia seeds in them. They were, like, multi-grain. But I don't remember the brand.
Okay. But you said they were from Costco?
Yeah.
Did they have anything, any seasoning or salt or anything on them?
Just salt.
All right. And then what about your tuna for dinner? What kind of tuna was it?
It was also from Costco. It was like the tuna pokey stuff, so like raw tuna.
Okay. Did that have anything on it?
It had green onions, sesame seeds, some kind of wasabi sauce.
And then how much of that did you eat?
The entire box, which was like, I think it was a little bit less than a pound.
A little bit less than a pound?
Yeah.
Like 3/4 pound.
Yeah, I think on the like container it said like 0.73
Pounds?
Yeah.
And you didn't add anything else besides what was already on it?
No.
You just ate it as is?
Yeah, with the chips.
Okay. And for your chocolate chips, how many chocolate chips do you think they were?
It was like a handful. So like maybe 1/4 of a cup.
Like that much again of the chocolate chips?
No, not that much. It was less than that.
Okay.
Maybe like 2 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons.
So that's 2 there.
Yeah, probably like 2.
You think it's 2?
Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of chocolate chips were these?
Dark chocolate.
Do you know the brand?
65% cocoa. I don't know the brand.
Okay. And you just ate those by themselves as a
Yeah.
snack? Okay. What kind of coffee did you have earlier in the morning?
Just regular coffee. And then I added a tablespoon of creamer. I actually measured that one out.
Okay. And what kind of creamer is this?
It was Silk, the like almond milk creamer, and it was caramel flavored.
And did you add any sweetener or sugar or
No,
anything
just
to
that.
that? Just the creamer?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it? Oh, you said Silk.
Mm-hmm.
Your black tea. What kind of
From
what brand was it?
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Venti iced, no sweetener.
Did you add anything else to that?
No.
Okay.
No sweetener.
Right there.
Oh.
Rewrite it for you.
Just
Okay.
making sure you know.
So I'm just gonna go through and read over it one more time and see if there's something either I wrote down wrong, or that you forgot, or that I forgot, just anything like that. So for breakfast, you had pancakes, which consisted of 2 eggs that were large and you used the whole egg. Had a banana that was about 7 inches, a 1/2 cup of oats that you got from Safeway, and sweetened Safeway Select applesauce, about a 1/4 cup. And with that, you had coffee with a tablespoon of Silk almond milk caramel flavor sweetener.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You then had pita chips as a snack, and you said it would fit in about this circumference here. Trader Joe's brand, they were salted sesame seed and whole grain.
Mm-hmm. I actually do remember something. There was cheddar cheese as well. Like a square of cheddar cheese that I ate with the pita chips.
Okay.
It was Sargento cheese, and it was cheddar. Alright, guys.
Okay, so Sargento, was it like a mild cheddar, a sharp cheddar?
I think it was sharp cheddar.
And how much did you say you had?
It was like a square. I think it was like a 5-inch square. It was pretty large.
How thick was it?
Like half an inch thick, or less than that, like a 1/4 inch thick. It was little.
And you said about 5 inches by 5 inches?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, let's see, going back. So with your cheese, you had the pita chips.
Mm-hmm.
And then for lunch, you had ground chicken that you made in the frying pan. And you put Italian seasoning on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about 3/4 of a cup of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had veggie spaghetti noodles with the Borelli brand,
Mm-hmm.
with a 1/4 cup of the garlic and tomato Safeway Kitchen spaghetti sauce.
Yes.
Okay. And then you went to sleep and had a nice little break until 6 when you had about a 4-inch Fiji apple for a snack,
Mm-hmm.
with your Z-bar.
Mm-hmm.
That was chocolate chip.
Mm-hmm.
And at 8:30 you had tortilla chips.
Mm-hmm.
So you said about 2 layers of that whole plate. They're
a solid amount of tortilla chips.
They're from Costco, salted chia seed and multigrain.
Yeah.
And then you also had your raw tuna that had green onion, sesame seed, and it was about 0.73 pounds with wasabi sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then at 9 p.m. you had some chocolate chips. That you had 2 tablespoons. They were dark chocolate and 65% cocoa. And then you also had your black tea that was a venti from Starbucks.
Yep.
With your snack earlier, or
Yep.
lunch earlier. Is there anything that I...
Nope. We got the
Describe.
cheese, and that was it.
And you can't think of anything else that you may have eaten?
I think that's all.
Alright, cool.